I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit...
What is going on, my lovely friends? Candace B here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Glad to have you here. Leave a comment down below and say hi. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. I am grateful for you. Also leave a comment down below. Let's just all leave comments down below, shall we? So today I am back with another Forex trade review / market outlook video, just preparing for the week ahead. Y'all, let me tell you, this past trading week, I don't know what was wrong with me. I feel like I was just off, or I was stressed with just personal things in my life. So, you know, I'll admit I did not do too well in the markets this past week, but I did well the week before. So we'll just quickly go over those trades. But really this past trading week has showed me that, you know, it's okay to step back and not trade every day and just, you know, rest your mind, you know, not think about trading all the time, because anything that happens in your personal life, there is a high chance that that can, you know, result or show in your trades. You know, it could show in the market, how you take your trades and how you look at the market. And for me, that was so true. So this is just a reminder to you all that it is okay just to relax and take time out of the charts. You know, for me, I cut my trading week completely short because mentally I had to. And what I did instead was I relaxed. I watched movies. I did my nails, guys. Do you see these nails? Do you see how cute these nails are? Is it zooming? Yeah. They're so cute. I did them. A company named Madam Glam actually sent me this nail polish to do my nails. So y'all, I feel kind of special. And I know some people are like, Candace, who cares about nails? But when you look good, you feel good. So for anyone who is into doing their nails and stuff and they want to get their nails done, they want some cute nail polish, I'll leave a link down below. You know, 30% off Madam Glam website with my code. You're welcome. Anyways, long story short, taking care of your mental health, taking care of how you look, you know, how you feel is very important. It has a direct correlation with how well you do on the charts, in my opinion. So that being said, before we get into this video, I'm just going to need you guys to stop, scroll down, and hit that like button. Hit that like button if you enjoy these type of videos. Let me know, because that encourages me to do more of these type of videos. And while you're down there, you might as well subscribe, stay a while, hang out with your girl, hang out with me. That being said, let us get into this video. All right, so we have the lovely GJ. I'm just gonna go back real quick and just show you the trades that I took. Well, this basically would have been from the 18th of January. What exact date was that? That would have been last Tuesday, so 2 weeks ago. So yeah, and then I traded pretty much every single day. As you can see, I feel like I just had more of an awareness of where the market was going. It was definitely very bearish, and my bias was bearish, and I stuck to that. I was not wavering from that. To be honest, as you can see, I took all sells, even when it went against me, you know, once. Literally, I had one loss 2 weeks ago, and it was just because I stuck to my bias and I felt comfortable doing that. And even after I took that loss, I did not change to buys. I just kept with my, you know, my short bias. So, you know, I was really happy with how that trading week turned out. And I was even happier that even when it came to this last trade, so January 20th, that trade would have been on, let me check. So that trade would have been on Thursday. I took my trade, got out, had my take profit, and I didn't feel the need to re-enter the market. I was proud of myself for having that restraint. That being said, this past week was a whole mess. So the difference between this past week and the week before that was just my mindset, literally just my personal life. Obviously, this was a less stressed week than this was, and it's literally showing in the markets. I don't know about you guys, but that literally happens all the time to me, and I'm realizing more and more how much of a correlation it is, you know, personal life and trading life. Sometimes it's hard to switch on and off, you know, kudos to anyone who's able to do that. But for some people, it's hard. So you have to know how to adapt and when to stay out the market. So in this case, you know, the week started off normal. I did not trade on Sunday night or Monday. I waited till Tuesday. I waited till my trading time, you know, pre-London, and I took a trade. I still had a bias of shorts. So, you know, I kept with that bias. To be honest with you, looking back, man, hindsight is so 2020, because I'm looking at this trade and I'm like, why did I take this trade? You know what I mean? I just figured, I guess, that we were continuing to the downside, but I mean, this should have been my indication that we were not continuing, because this failed to break this previous low. So obviously it wasn't a lower low. And this was actually the start of the reversal for the week. So that trade was not well thought out, I'll admit. But the good thing is that I managed my risk. So that was all that, I had going for myself, was managing my risk. And sometimes that's all we do have going for ourselves, is to manage our risk. So, and to have discipline. And that's what kind of keeps us in this market, in this business. So yeah, this was the 25th, which would have been the Tuesday. And then I decided to trade again during New York session. This time I switched my bias. I didn't even give my short bias another chance. I switched it, which that's against my trading kind of strategy. I always try to give my bias 2 chances at least before looking into switching my bias. And as you can see, I did take a small profit, but I was very indecisive about that trade. And that's why I didn't take the full, 40 pips that I usually get. If I were to have taken the full 40 pips, it would have happened. It just would have taken a bit of time. It would have taken, almost a full day to happen. But if I had waited it out, I wouldn't have taken this dang trade. So this trade was on the 25th as well. This was Asian session, and I should not have been trading during this time. And as you can see, no risk management, just foolishness. And this is definitely when in my personal life, I was dealing with some things that, that should have prevented me from even being on the charts. And as you can see, the 26th, it kind of carried on the next day. The 26th would have been the Wednesday. It carried on with that, just like that foolishness. I don't know what else to call it. That just like that me taking silly decisions, me not really knowing where the market's going and just taking impulsive trades. And after that, I realized, you know what? No, I'm done. I'm not going to lose any more money, because at that point, basically with the last 2 weeks, now I made only like a very small profit, like, very close to just break even. So it's like all that work that I did, me trading so well, me having all this confidence, I kind of gave so much back to the market, and it's just kind of like, for what? So I am proud of myself for knowing to just stop trading. I did not trade on the Thursday or Friday. I just relaxed and just didn't think about the chart. So that being said, I know this is a quick kind of trade recap, but the moral of the story was just like know when to just get out the market and just stay out, especially when you see that you're making all these silly mistakes, So let's just clear the chart. We want to just erase everything, because it's kind of like, I feel like when you remove the drawings on your chart, it's kind of like refreshing. You're kind of starting anew, and it feels good. I always feel so good when I just see a clean chart that has nothing on it. So let's quickly just do a breakdown. We're at the end of the month, so this is a really good time to look at the monthly time frame just to see. And yeah, just to see like where everything is at this point. So as you can see, we have the monthly now bearish. It was at one point bullish, but it rejected this level here and it pulled back down. So once again, I know I mentioned in the most recent market recap or a trade review video that I did, I said that like I wanted to see if price could break above this area, because it's been so long since it has. And again, it wasn't able to. So it's safe to say, since today, as of filming, it's the second last day of the month, it's safe to say that we'll probably close bearish. So that's interesting to know that this is a very strong level. So that in itself, if the monthly is bearish, that is a huge indication that, we might be going down. There's a high chance that we might be going down. So let's go to the weekly and see. And yeah, the weekly is very clear of what it just did. It just continued this downward momentum. It did not break the high of the previous weekly. It didn't do anything like that. So like, it's just literally continuing pushing down, even though it ended up closing bullish. Some people can call this kind of like a doji in a way, because it has like a small body and a lower and an upper wick. But for me, I see that that's kind of more indecision. Bulls and bears were kind of tasseling, and that also kind of, I guess, made me a bit confused when I was trading this past week, because, there was so much indecision in the market. That would have been another reason for me to stay out. But anyways, yeah, so we have to see what will happen this week, if there's going to be a continuation to the downside, or maybe like a pullback first and then a continuation to the downside, if it's going to kind of replicate what it did here and just continue pushing down, or if it's going to try to tap this area once more before pushing down, or even trying to break it. We'll see. The weekly is not really giving any definite answers or confirmation. So for me, I dropped down to the lower time frame. So I'm on the daily right now. And yeah, you can see just all these wicks, so many wicks, as opposed to last week where there's a lot, you know, larger bodies, a lot more opportunities. This was a lot of just like ping pong back and forth. This could very well be a pullback. So you can see kind of like this double top, push down, pull back, and maybe there is going to be a chance to go to the downside, a continuation to the downside. I think that my bias is back to being bearish, like for sure. Whether I trade this week or not, because I don't know. I feel like for me, I'm just going to really play it by ear, be prepared, but play it by ear with how I want to, if I want to trade. I don't want to rush anything, but yeah, just the fact that it pulled back here, we have this, let me just delete this. We have this, you know, upper wick here rejecting, and it closed bearish, and there's quite a few upper wicks for me that indicates that there's rejection, that the bulls did try, but the bears came back in and pushed price back down. So for me, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a continuation to the downside. Let's check the H4 and see if there's kind of more detail. So yeah, just that candle right here, this engulfing candle, really shows to me that bears are still wanting to be in control and they are fighting. This candle closed literally below this previous low here. It filled all this area here, and now I want to see if it's going to start breaking these lows of those previous candlesticks, because for me that obviously means that we're breaking structure, we're breaking that upside structure, now we're going down. And so yeah, this is more interesting. I think the H4 is the most clear for me right now, although this obviously this last H4 closes a doji. Makes sense, you know, whatever, it's the end of the month. You know, it was the last Friday of the month. Wasn't really expecting it to do too much, so I'm glad I didn't trade. There really wasn't much to trade. I'm curious to see though if price is going to at least come back down to this area here, retap this area before pushing maybe back up, or breaking and then retesting, doing that type of thing. Either way, it doesn't matter. My goal would be to see if price just gets down here. So I would be waiting to have a confirmation. You know, let's say price breaks and closes below this low here, and then, you know, take a sell all the way down here if my risk reward permits, which I think it would, because if I were to take like a sell here, yeah, I mean, there's opportunity to scale out as well. Definitely opportunity if I choose to, but we'll see. Again, we'll definitely see what happens this week, how my mind is. Let's go down to the H1. H1's not as clear to me as the H4 was, but we do see, you know, that kind of mini structure, that lower high, lower low structure. We see that. So again, just waiting for some break in structure. So for me, I guess if we're looking at the H1, I want to see a break here, because that kind of correlates with that break. So if we have a break below the low of these candlesticks and a close below, then for sure the bears are proving a point. They are proving a point. So yeah, to be honest, to look for buys, I would have to see price break the, well, sorry, I'm on the M30 by the way, but I would want to see price start to kind of break these levels here. I would want to see a clear break in structure. I think that for me, the best way, like I trade the best when I see clear breaks of structure, and then, you know, that's when my bias is really much stronger. So, you know, even more so, it'd be nice if, well, if we wanted to buy, it'd be nice if price came up here, broke above, you know, then that's definitely confirmed. But I don't know if it's gonna do that anytime soon, to be honest with you. We'll see what happens this week. But for me, yeah, I think my bias is bearish right now, just because it seems like there's more confluence to the downside, both on the higher and the lower time frame. So it's just a matter of waiting, being patient, and just being zoned in. So yeah, I know this is a really quick overview, but I don't know, I just want to keep it simple. Like my mind was kind of all over the place. I'll be honest, it was just kind of all over the place last week, and I don't want this week to be the same. So whether that be me not trading or just taking less trades than usual, I want to be flexible. I want to just follow what the market shows me. Like I don't want to do too much, you know what I mean? So I also hope that you guys going into this week of trading, you know, you have a very zoned in week, that whatever is happening in your personal life, whether it's negative or even positive, because when something is really, really positive, that might make you more confident, and then it makes you overconfident, whatever the case may be. I hope that you guys are able to kind of just zone in and focus on the charts, and like we all just, you know, do well this week. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys are looking for a broker, by the way, because I always get this question, I personally use Hanko Trade. I will definitely leave a link down below if you want to sign up. It'll take you straight to the website, and you can also watch my video on when I did a review of them, signing up with them, all that good stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by smashing that like button. I know it felt like really quick, I'm sorry, but comment down below and let me know how your past trading week went. Did it go well? Did it go not so well like my trading week? Let me know. We can all relate. You never know who can help in the comment section. So definitely let's start a conversation. And last but not least, do not forget to subscribe so you know when I post another video. And in the meantime, feel free to check out any of my other videos on this channel and my other channel, Candace B TV, where I vlog. But that being said, I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a tremendously splendid day, week, and life. Bye!